Hello! Welcome to the Hull in East Yorkshire. I'm Dominic, and welcome to you all. Normally have our picnic in Beverley Westwood. Thanks to Hazel here for filming it recently for me. Hopefully you can hear the birds. During this lockdown I seem to have been quite lucky. I had this squirrel go into my garden. I think he was trying to get a bit of a respite from the children. You might be able to hear screaming in the background, apologies. And I haven't really been this close to anything during this lockdown. I don't have any pets, and I hadn't really seen anybody. It was really nice to have this closeness with nature. I also had a hedgehog and a fox come into my garden as well. It was really, I do think that autistics relate better to animals and are a lot more patient and calm. Talking of Hazel, Hazel's got some singing for you. So just temporarily hand over to Hazel. You there?
I know a girl that you don't know, little Liza Jane. I know a girl that you don't know, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. I know a girl that you don't know, little Liza Jane. I know a girl that you don't know, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Walk with me, hold my hand. Walk with me, hold my hand. Walk with me, hold my hand. I don't wanna walk alone. Walk with me, hold my hand. Walk with me, hold my hand. Walk with me, hold my hand. I don't wanna walk alone. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand. take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Bring a little water, Sylvie. Bring a little water now. Bring a little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Bring clean water. Bring clean water now. Bring clean water every little once in a while. Bring a little water, Sylvie. Bring a little water now. Bring a little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Bring clean water. Bring clean water now. Bring clean water every little once in a while.
Thank you, Hazel. That was brilliant. This is the nice Humber Bridge Country Park. Nice and peaceful. Like a bit of countryside very close to the city. Well, it's more on Hazel really. Here's Humber Bridge. This is what they call the foreshore. It's not really a beach, it's more mud. Kind of on the north bank, looking across the Humber towards Barton. Main reason for filming this was so you could hear the sound of the water, which I find really relaxing. Going back into the country part, there's lots of little interesting carvings. I think some of them are supposed to be signposts, but I guess you can't really see them very well. I think this is a queen and oak king for the thrones. Anyway, I'll temporarily hand over to my friend John.
Hello, welcome everyone to my segment. It's like small, but there's plenty in it, so we'll get started. So I'm looking today at Pride shoes, and so I'm going to take you through a few of them right now for this year. We've got first of all the release, a very specific release by Nike. The Air Force One. So first up, as I say, the Air Force One, the Be True model, as they call their Pride shoes. First of all, the Air Force One is the first basketball shoe that was produced with air in the sole, and this version here is specifically for Pride. It basically includes on the back of the heel, it has a 10-colour flag, the More Colour More Pride flag that was introduced in Philadelphia in 2017. Then on the side you'll notice there are glossy details. Those details are basically meant to represent and they're inspired by, I should say, the New York City ballroom culture of the mid-80s. So that's those. So now we're going to have a look at the Air Max 2090 Be True, which it says follows the energy of parade marches. Basically, it's the one of the latest Nike Air Max model for the 20th anniversary of the Air Max 90, which is this year 2020, of course. So they've sort of brought a new shoe as a homage to the Air Max 90, and as I say, this is the Be True Pride version. And yeah, good shoe. It sorts out a lot of the balance problems that were in the React 270, and very similar structure otherwise, but yeah, good shoe. And that's that. So that's it really for the Nike selection. We'll now have a look at Converse. So yeah, the Converse selection we'll have a look at now. There's 9 pieces to it. We've only got a handful here to show, but it's again basically the Chuck Taylor All-Star, the very classic shoe of the fabric and leather construction. Very been going since the 30s, I believe. Very solid shoe, but very popular. And obviously this now in many different forms. We've got the one in the More Colour, More Pride Philadelphian flag, and various different applications, some sequined looking materials here, and different forms of stripes and rainbows. Just a very good solid collection. We now move on to have a quick look at one of Adidas's offers. Well, actually, we're going to have a look at 3 shoes from Adidas. The first one is the Continental 80. It's probably my favourite. A very simple design with just the cream upper and midsole, and the rainbow pattern being the stripe, which is along the side, which is the typical place for the stripe on this model. So it's a very clean, simple design, very nice. Moving on to the NMD, again, they've gone for the sort of white upper, but the rainbow pattern is entirely across the boost, which is very clever. They only just started colouring boost a couple of years ago. Now they've managed to do a many different coloured pattern on the boost. Excellent. Last of all, we've got the night jogger, where you can see it's different overlays of texture, textile I should say, onto the upper, which looks pretty good as well. Finally, now we have a quick look at a new, or should I say recycled technology from Reebok. So the shoe you're seeing on the screen now isn't actually the shoe for Pride. It's just to give you a background to the technology. This was the original ZigTech, one of the original ZigTech shoes, I should say. The Zig Slash, which was the signature shoe for basketball player John Wall in, I think, about 2010 or 11. And yeah, solid shoe. However, it didn't sell very well, and it was sort of the end of Reebok's autonomy as they were then bought by Adidas. But they've sort of brought back this failed Zig Tech thing with the new shoes called the Zig Kinetica, and these are the versions we're looking at. So if we have a look at the first one, you'll see there's the rainbow colours sort of splodged throughout the upper, which is very interesting, although a little bit messy, I think. But this is why I prefer the second one, which we'll show you now, which has the sort of different colours in the midsole, and you can see the sort of cut out parts of that midsole where it's essentially basically the zigs for the Zig Tech. So it's supposed to spread out and give you more energy return. But as I say, they brought back that technology, which is of interest, and I prefer the design of the second. It's a cleaner look, and it's kind of cool to have that on the midsole. Nevertheless, again, good shoe, and apparently very good for running. So if you're into your athletics and all that, so that's a good one to look at. And so finally, now as a special treat, I brought out one of last year's Nike Be True Pride shoes. You can see the box it came in, which is the lovely rainbow box. Gilbert Baker's signatures on there. And yeah, so we'll get to look at the shoe which I've got down here. It's the Air Max 720 Be True. So the lovely gradiated rainbow along the upper all the way to the back. Nice clear white sole, and then you've got your clear bubble, big air bubble with your Gilbert Baker signature there. So a really nice shoe and a pink insole. Very nice shoe, one of my favourites. Just love the big air bubble. So a final piece to camera to say to you all, thank you very much for joining me. I hand back now to the man Dominic. Thank you.
This year I've learnt to weave. Been making all sorts of things. This is my first attempt of weaving. Making myself some shoelaces. There's orange and yellow. Making a nice little pattern. Very therapeutic and calming doing weaving, and I really like doing it. For proof that I did make these shoelaces. After I made these shoelaces, I then kind of went on to do other weaving and made a cushion and made a scarf, and kind of on the next sort of wondering about making some like gloves. I haven't started yet. I think this year if I'd had the autistic picnic, I would have been maybe wearing this scarf as my autistic scarf. I love colours and textures, and I feel this scarf that I made has got everything. I also made myself a hat